Have you noticed a shift in someone's behavior toward you recently, or sensed a lingering tension between the two of you? If so, then your guardian angels want you to know there's more going on beneath the surface than you realize. This person doesn't want to admit it, but they've been jealous ever since you started spending more time with someone else, fearing they'll lose the closeness they have with you. The angels say, "Can you imagine how unsettling it must feel for them?" They might even be questioning their own worth in your life, wondering if they're still important or if they're slowly being pushed aside. Sometimes they replay moments in their mind, trying to figure out when things changed or if they missed a sign that you were drifting away. The angels want you to know that this internal struggle has likely been going on for a while, even if they've managed to hide it from you until now. Their fear of losing closeness isn't just about losing your attention. It's about losing a piece of the relationship that has been a source of comfort and meaning in their life. Have you ever had someone in your life you couldn't bear the thought of losing, even if your roles in each other's lives were changing? That's the heart of what they're feeling now. Unbeknownst to you, they've been quietly struggling with the idea that someone else might be occupying a space in your life that once belonged to them. Whether it's a new friend, a romantic interest, or simply someone you've been connecting with more often, it's stirring up feelings of insecurity and uncertainty within this certain someone. They're afraid that your attention is shifting, and with that, the bond they share with you might begin to fade. And it's not just the fear of being replaced, it's the uncertainty that's truly eating away at them. They're left wondering, where do I fit into your life now? This uncertainty can cause them to withdraw, even when they desperately want to stay connected with you. Have you seen subtle changes in how they interact with you? Maybe they're not as open as they used to be, or perhaps they seem to be avoiding deeper conversations. The angels say that this is a defense mechanism, a way for them to protect their hearts from the pain of potential loss. Their insecurities may be driving them to keep their distance, even if what they really want is to draw closer. You might not have noticed it, but they've likely been silently hoping for a sign from you that reassures them of their place in your life. The angels want you to reflect on how much this person means to you and whether you've unintentionally drifted apart. I repeat, they don't want to admit it, but they've been jealous ever since you started spending more time with someone else, fearing they'll lose the closeness they have with you. This kind of jealousy often goes unspoken, doesn't it? They may not want to burden you with their insecurities, or perhaps they fear that talking about it would make them appear weak or needy. The angels know that, deep down, this person values the relationship you share so much that the idea of talking about their jealousy feels risky, like it could create distance instead of repairing it. But can you see how this reluctance to speak up is causing a deeper divide? By holding back, they're unintentionally letting the emotional gap grow. Have you ever held something inside, fearing it might change the dynamic of a relationship, only to feel more isolated as a result? That's what's happening to them now. Though it might seem like it on the surface, this isn't just about jealousy. It's about the deep connection this person has cherished having with you for so long. To them, the relationship you share is irreplaceable, and the idea of losing it to someone else, of you replacing them with a new person, is distressing, even if they're too proud or afraid to express it. They're struggling with feelings of vulnerability, worried that their role in your life is diminishing. It's important to understand that, for them, this connection may be one of the most meaningful relationships they've ever had. They might be comparing your bond with the new connections you're forming and wondering if they still measure up. In their heart, they may be thinking, "Was I not enough?" The angels want you to recognize that this person's fears come from a place of deep care for you. They're not upset with you for forming new relationships. They're simply afraid of what it means for the one you share with them. Have you noticed them trying to insert themselves into conversations or situations where they weren't invited, or maybe making subtle comments about your new relationships? These small actions are their way of grasping for reassurance. Even though they might not voice it, they're looking for a sign that the bond between you hasn't weakened. The angels encourage you to reflect on these moments and consider how you might have responded, and if you too have felt the shift between you. They gently encourage you to consider this dynamic, especially if you've noticed that your relationship with this person has been feeling a little off. They're not upset with you, not really, they're just afraid. They don't want to compete for your attention, but they also don't want to fade into the background of your life or to feel like they're being replaced in your life. Their jealousy is a reflection of how much they value what the two of you share. This fear of fading into the background is one of the hardest emotions they're dealing with. Think about the times in your own life when you felt overlooked or taken for granted, how it stings, even when no one meant to hurt you. That's what this person might be feeling. Have they begun pulling away, perhaps unconsciously, because they're too afraid to ask for reassurance? It's possible they're struggling with the idea of needing your validation, even if that's exactly what could ease their mind. The angels want you to know that, if you're open to it, now might be a good time to reassure this person of their importance in your life. A conversation, some quality time, and even a simple gesture of appreciation could go a long way in easing their fears. Let them know that your connection is still meaningful, even if you're forming new bonds with others. You can help them feel secure in knowing that just because someone new is in your life, it doesn't mean that you've forgotten them. Make sure to approach this situation with kindness and understanding as you address their concerns. You may find that this simple person needs reassurance that they're still an important part of your life. I want to end with a prayer for you. Lord, fill their heart with peace and understanding as they navigate feelings of jealousy and uncertainty. Help them see the value of their relationships and the unwavering bond they share with those they care about. Guide them to release their fears, trusting in the strength of true connection. Give them the wisdom to approach others with compassion and reassurance, restoring trust and security. Amen. Relationships need to be nurtured. The strongest bonds grow when both people feel seen and valued, no matter how life changes around them. Type 311 to claim this message and the blessings inside for your own. Try and leave a positive comment for other viewers who might need a positivity boost in their day. The universe sees it as an act of kindness that fuels the cycle of good karma. You'll be spreading positivity and receiving the universe's blessings in return. Let's uplift each other and create waves of good energy together. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now? It might be someone you know or someone that you haven't met. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?